do is you are going to go write mixtures and solutions on the next available page. I need you to cut out on the dotted line, cut this out on the dotted line and get it glued in your journals. All right, guys. Okay, so let's start. Let's look right up here. Our first word is ingredient. When we're talking about mixtures and solutions, you have to have ingredients. And an ingredient is a single part of a mixture or solution. An example of an ingredient, and we're going to draw a picture of, would be salt. Okay, salt is an ingredient. So I'm going to draw a box of salt. We're going to pour some salt out. And I'm going to label it salt. Okay, so go ahead and get your vocabulary word written down and get your picture drawn. Okay, let's go look at the next one. Our next word is mixture. A mixture is a combination of two or more substances where each keep their own properties and can be easily separated. A good example of a mixture would be trail mix or like a Chex Mix. Okay, when you have all these different pieces together, so we're going to draw some little checks. I don't know about y'all, but I like pretzels in mine. Maybe some popcorn or M&Ms. We'll draw some little circles. Okay, but this would be a trail mix, or sometimes we call it like a Chex Mix. But it's a combination of two or more substances where each keep their own properties and can be easily separated. I can separate each of these into separate piles, right? I can pull the pretzels out. I can pull the M&Ms out. I can pull the little Chex pieces. I can pull them all out and separate them. Okay, our next word is going to be solution. A solution is a mixture of one substance dissolved evenly in another. For example, lemonade. Okay, now I'm going to draw my picture over here to the right because we're going to write some words. Okay, so I'm going to draw a glass of lemonade, and I like to drink out of a straw, so we're going to draw a little straw and make it a little fun. Okay, so lemonade consists of lemon juice, plus water, plus sugar. And those three things together make lemonade. Now, can you see when you're drinking lemonade? Can you see the lemon juice? Can you see the sugar? No, you start mixing it all together and it dissolves, right? So it's a mixture. A solution is a type of mixture, okay? But what makes it different is it's a mixture of one substance dissolved evenly in another. Okay, the next vocabulary word we're going to look at is dissolve. Dissolve means to be absorbed in a liquid mixed evenly. Okay, so for example, what about sugar water? Okay, so we're going to draw some sugar water. So I'm going to pour some sugar into my water. So that's my water. And then that is the sugar. All right, and when we pour sugar into water and we give it a good stir, that sugar dissolves into the water, right? Can you look at some sugar water and pick out all the tiny little things of sugar?
No.
You cannot. Okay, so sugar dissolves, it absorbs into the water and it mixes evenly. Okay, our next word that we're going to write is, let me change my color real quick, property. Property, the appearances of an object, including mass, magnetism, physical state, relative density, solubility, the ability to insulate or conduct heat. So we're just going to draw a picture of a magnet and some nails. Okay, so the magnet is going to pick up the nails. Okay, these are nails. Nails and a magnet. So, nails have the property of magnetism, right? Nails are a type of metal. They're made of metal, so they are magnetic. Okay, our last one. Our last word is going to be physical change. A physical change means it make different without changing what the material is made of. For example, melting. Okay, let's think about ice. What happens to ice when it is heated? It changes to what? Water. That's a physical change. It's going from a solid to a liquid. Okay, what about, let's do this. If I have a pan of water, so I'm going to draw a little pan. Here's my handle. Okay, and I've got water right here in my pan. And then I start seeing all these little bubbles. It starts making all these little bubbles. What are we doing when I heat that water up? What happens to the water? It begins to do what, Paisley?
It begins to do...
When I heat water up,
it does water vapor.
It starts to boil, and then it creates what's called water vapor, right? Okay, so this is water vapor. So water, when I heat it up and it starts to boil, it changes its physical state and it turns into a gas. It turns into water vapor. Eventually, that water will completely disappear, right? It will dissolve and it will completely become a vapor and it will be gone, and then there's no water left. So that is a physical change. Okay, when you finish, what I want you to do, get this written and drawn, and then you may go put your science journal back into the bucket quietly. Okay, go ahead and go to your table of contents, and you are going to write mixtures and solutions, number 11. Pause the video if needed. Okay, the next thing you're going to do